Hi everybody, D2K here with a review of the Samsung Galaxy Lite. This is a relatively brand new phone. I think it's been out about a month at this point. What I love about it is it's pretty much a mini Galaxy S3 that could actually put in your pocket. The only real differences between the two that I can see are the screen and the camera. We'll start off with the screen. Well, the S3, of course, has a beautiful HD screen that everybody loves. I will say that the standard def screen that this one includes is one of the best ones I've ever seen. It has an 800 by 480 resolution, 240 DPIs, which really isn't what anybody would consider to be very good. But the color saturation, I'll try and get a little closer here so you can get a better idea of color. Color reproduction and saturation on this phone are excellent. There is little to no graininess that I can see anywhere. Text is very sharp, very clear. Again, for a standard def screen, it's excellent. Samsung definitely went the extra distance, so to speak, of putting in, even though they didn't want to add an HD screen to really drive the price up, they put in a very, very high quality standard definition screen. Same goes for the camera on the back. Most phones in this price class, which I will get to in a second, don't include an LED flash, and the camera is usually subpar or below quality. Not so much so in this one. This particular one, while it's only 5 megapixels, it takes excellent pictures. Let me pop up a couple, go into my gallery over here. Let me go into, I had just gone to Salem, Massachusetts, and went on a tour and took a bunch of inside shots on purpose with this to give you an idea of how clear and how crisp the color is when using the flash. I am very impressed with every picture I took with this. There was no blurring, no washout. Faces came into focus very, very clearly. Again, just a very, very nice camera for indoor shooting, and I added one additional outside shot of myself so that you can get an idea how it looks outside, and I'm going to get as close as I can with this so you can really get the detail. There is a lot of it. Again, for a 5 megapixel camera, this is one of the better ones I've used, period. Again, Samsung did not skimp on the quality of what they did put in this phone. The biggest and best part spec-wise on this is the almost identical processor that is sitting in the S3. This one is called, from what I can tell online and from what I've been reading so far, nobody knows the exact, what the name of this particular processor is, but everybody's guessing it's simply mildly updated version of the one in the S3, which is the Samsung Exynos 4. 4412 variant. It's the closest thing we can come to in figuring out what it was. Antutu seems to back it up a bit by showing us that they think it's an MTK MT6572, but the Mali 400 multi-core processor kind of defeats that, kind of proves that it is not that particular one. Another thing I happen to like about this, and that really makes me think it's a Galaxy S3 clone in a smaller body, the Antutu scores. They're almost identical, literally. The S3 is 17956. This device is 17390. I mean, the numbers across the board are almost identical, no joke. So, again, from what I can tell and from what I've seen on here, the processors are identical. Quad-core, outstanding speed. Nothing on this phone is slow. I mean, there is absolutely no lag anywhere on this phone. Playing games, playing movies, nothing slows this phone down. I'll give you an example of gaming capability. I loaded on a little one called TurboFly HD. Give you an idea how loud this loudspeaker is. Listen to that. That is really, really loud. I have to lower this thing down to almost half in order to play a game. I did not set this up to use the accelerometer that's built into it. Instead, I just decided to go with touching the screen in order for turning. I kind of prefer that in many race games if it's available. The G sensor on here is excellent though and works very, very well. I actually utilize it for just about every racing game out there. That's my favorite type of gaming. So I can honestly tell you, as you can see right here, it works beautifully. Smooth, got into the game in seconds. I mean, again, no lag, no slowdown. Not going to find that on any phone in this price range. Getting to that particular price, this phone's only $150. I kid you not. Technically $149. I had bought this off of HSN. Yeah, that's the Home Shopping Network. This is the best price I have seen on this phone and for this phone. T-Mobile actually has this phone on their site for $240, so that $150 price point is excellent. I've had this phone for 2 weeks, and they have had this promotion, it looks like it is, going for over a month already. It looks like that will be their permanent price on this phone, so I'd hop on over to HSN and jump on this thing before they decide to come to their senses and realize that this is a much more expensive phone than that. Across the board, there is nothing I can say bad about this phone. You can go online with it effortlessly. I'm actually going to show you a little example utilizing YouTube online. I actually find that it loads very quickly. That's thanks in part to the fact that for this $150, you're getting a 4G LTE radio built into this thing. I am very, very impressed with that. I really am. As you can see here, it gets into YouTube very quickly, doesn't slow down at all. Let me pop on Godzilla trailer just to give you an idea how well this handles video online. Here we go.
Gentlemen, you are being penned in by a halo jump. I realize not all of you have had hands-on experience.
Keep in mind, this is not the YouTube app. This is YouTube online.
Frankly, none of us have ever faced a situation quite like this one before.
Smooth, quick, goes right into it. No slowdown, no lag, no nothing.
I would not be asking any one of you.
Let's get to the end of this on purpose because this is all we want to see anyway. Again, that was online, folks. The app, every bit as fast, every bit as quick. But I will state very honestly, I have never had a better online experience than with this. This is my first 4G LTE phone, and all I can say is, wow. The hype definitely fits it, no questions asked. Wi-Fi also works beautifully on this. No problems whatsoever with that. Hooks up immediately, and I have ridiculous range. I've gotten up to 4 rooms away from my Wi-Fi router and still have a very, very strong signal. Very smooth, very fast. That I can sum up this phone with those words. A very smooth, very fast phone for $150. You're never going to get... honestly, the inevitable comparison to the Moto G from Motorola, guaranteed, I don't think they compare. I really don't. I think this is a better phone. Simply because in the United States, 4G LTE is the standard here. 3G, it's near dinosaur level here, and 3G is as good as that phone gets. The G just doesn't go any faster than that. It might have a better screen than this, but they both have quad-core processors. They both have a lot of power going for it, and right now this phone is quite a bit cheaper. Again, don't say, oh my God, it's got a standard definition screen, I have to avoid it, I have to avoid it. This is an excellent standard def screen. There is nothing about this screen that is bad, period. Do not let the HD hype, as I like to call it, sway you from buying a great, great phone. You really will kick yourself for doing that. This is, at the very least, is worth checking out and seeing if you can. It is an off-contract phone. Comes with its own little SIM card if you want to, but I'm currently using this on contract with T-Mobile right now. Can it be unlocked? I don't know for sure. But I mean by that is I have read one review that states that it can be. That would be very nice because honestly, to have an LTE-based phone at this price point it would be nice to be able to use it on other carriers other than T-Mobile as well. So here's to hoping that works. As for a couple of other little extras that came with this, I like the fact that this thing can handle a 64 gigabyte card, micro SD card. That caught me off guard because the specs on T-Mobile side as well clearly state that it only goes up to 32, yet I popped a 64 in here and it worked just fine. So that's a very nice touch add-on. But it really isn't necessary because one of the other little pluses that comes with this phone is a Dropbox account, free for 2 years, 50 gigabytes. So again, storage, not a problem with this phone. You have it, there's plenty of it, and it's out there and available for you. And it's a free plus that comes with it through Dropbox, and I like that. So you have 2 years of free 50 gigabyte cloud storage. Again, can't beat that. So what else can I say about this phone? The other two specs that really matter to me were the fact that it has a gigabyte of RAM, unlike any other phone in this particular price range, any other Android phone in this price range that's still stuck at 512. It is running the latest version of it, not the latest version of Android, but an excellent version of it nonetheless, 4.2.2. As I stated earlier, the TouchWiz interface really surprised me. It works actually very nicely on here. It's smooth, works beautifully. If you don't like it, load your own launcher. It's as simple as that. Again, just because it has TouchWiz doesn't mean you have to use it. Okay? Again, I am not a TouchWiz lover, and I really like the implementation on this phone. It looks good. It works good. It's super, super smooth. Doesn't throw an anchor into the works like it usually does. I really like it. So again, I recommend you giving it a shot before you immediately pull it out of the box and change the launcher on it. Okay? Do yourself that favor. The only other spec is it does only come with an 8 gigabytes built in, but like as I was stating a few minutes ago, that's really not a problem. 50 gigabytes free storage for 2 years, don't need it. You really don't. And like I said, you can get up to 64 gigs in here again if you don't want to rely on cloud storage. So again, drawbacks, there are none. There really aren't. For this price, you have got to be out of your mind not to consider this phone. At least get it in your hands and try it. I know for a fact with HSN, if you don't like it, I believe you have 60 days. You can send the thing back. Get this thing in your hands, try it, see for yourself. If you don't like those tremendous screen phones, simply because of their size, they're beautiful, they're great, they're fantastic, their size is ridiculous, seriously. For everyday use, this is a better phone. Fits in your pocket beautifully. If you don't like the keyboards on here, you can use whatever keyboards you want. It does have swipe, by the way. So and with my gigantic beefy fingers here, I still work it very easily. So again, unless you have abnormally large hands, I don't think you're going to have any problems with this. 4 inches is a really good sweet spot. It really is. It's not really small and it's not tremendous, but it fits in your pocket real nice. Big plus on this phone in my book. If you have any questions at all about this phone, ask below. I will answer to the best of my ability. Thanks for watching.